Hello, YouTube. How you doing? It's me, Miss J, and my computer is giving me all kinds of updates. How are we doing? How is your Friday going? It is the end of the day. I'm done with work, and your girl's been doing some shopping, been shopping some feelings, and I have a little haul to show off for you. So I thought we would go through some of the things that I've been picking up. Pretty girl. Yes, so let's talk about it. I've got a little bin here. I know we've been kind of talking about some things. Hello, China. Nice to see you. Glad to see you popping up here on YouTube. I missed you. Yeah, we're just doing a little shopping haul, some makeup that's come in. We've been shopping some feelings. We've been shopping some feelings. It is so at work, I get like a bonus, and our bonus time used to be twice a year. And now they've changed it to 4 times a year. So I just had, so they're smaller, but they happen more. I recently had a bonus time, and then also I recently received a little windfall. China, I know you recently lost your father. I lost my father about a year and a half ago, and his estate in August was settled, and so I am now an heiress. Not very much, not very much. Hello, titular Owen. I was a thousandaire. It was not anything, but a little cushion, a little, put a little in savings, pay off a little debt, and then play a little bit in makeup. So that is what a lot of this shopping and a lot of the stuff you're going to see in upcoming content is all about. Talk about it. First of all, with Blend Bunny, we ordered the Sugar and Spite palette. I wasn't sure that I was going to pick this up, but I was like, you know what? I love the idea of it. I love that she arranged it into the quads that she's been doing in some of the newer palettes. And I do just love Blend Bunny. And I do have the Sugar and Grunge palette. And I'm sure most of you, if you are makeup fans, you know the drama about the little local brand to where the Blend Bunny owner lived, gave her a cease and desist. Hello, Grace. How's it going? So this is the original version. This is the Sugar and Grunge. And you can see it's that one's done in rows, and then the shimmers are offset. And can I tell you the way that people complained and whined and bitched and moaned about the fact that the shimmers, she kind of decided to play around, and the shimmers were not like lined up with their row, like this goes with the green row, all that kind of stuff, as if you can't just put your brush wherever you want in the palette. People lost their minds. People are crazy. And so they had gotten so used to her doing these coordinated rows that when she mixed it up a little bit, they were crazy. So hopefully those people are feeling better now, because the rearranged version now has magnetic pans. Oh yeah, I'm showing off my messy office, but has the pans rearranged into those quads, and it's a little bit smaller. The pans are magnetic. Maybe we'll do a little comparison. As far as I know, they're all the same shades. I thought I'd seen mentioned somewhere that one of the shades was different, but I think I was looking at something else. I tried to go back and find it, and then the thing that I found was not about that. Yeah, it's nice to kind of compare. I also decided to, I think I've purchased a palette from DD Signature before, but I can't remember which one. Hey, Miss Dion, how's it going? But yeah, so I got a couple from DD Signature. Angelica Nyqvist has been going on and on and on about how much she loves the Broken Jewels and her swatches. She and I have a similar sort of skin tone, except that I'm very cool toned. She's a little bit more of a golden neutral undertone, but we're about the same depth of skin. Because a couple times she's mentioned foundations, and I'm like, I have that shade of foundation. Hey, KK, how's it going? And her swatches looked beautiful, and she's been going on and on about how much she loved this Broken Jewels palette from DD Signature. So I was like, we'll give it a shot. And since I was shopping there anyway, I was like, well, this Fearless Holiday is calling my name. So this is the Fearless Holiday palette. This much more up my alley. The Broken Jewels looks beautiful, but that's if I want to do like a smokier kind of look. This is much more my kind of colors. These are a little bit brighter, a little bit wilder. Definitely love this color story. I think that these will pair nicely together. I think that they will look beautiful together. So these are the two. Am I coordinated enough to hold them up at the same time? Because I think that those greens, like that, this green in the corner looks kind of similar to that green, but they're a little bit different. And I think that these will pair together really, really nicely. So very excited to try more of DD Signature. Like I said, I think I've ordered a palette. I need to, one of the things that's on my very, very long list of things to do is to reorganize the makeup in this office. And so, yeah, so that's on the docket because I know I have a DD Signature, but I can't honestly even remember what it is. So I'm looking at this, I'm so blotchy today. I don't know what is going on. I have been like, running around a little bit like crazy. I have only picked up one thing from the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. Had to think about it there for a second. Have only picked up one thing, and I have looked at the other days. I thought there was a day where MAC lipsticks were on 50% off, but I think I must have missed it or else I just imagined it. Because that's another thing that I would have looked at. I've wanted to try that Maximal Matte formula because I love their lipsticks. And so I thought about that. But the only thing that has appealed to me at all is I did decide to go ahead and try this over again. This is the Polite Society More Than a Pretty Face foundation. I had this and I remember liking it, but I bought a shade that was not quite my color. And so I decided to give it another try in a lighter shade because I think it was one that was a little bit too, it was starting to get a little bit Tangerine Dictator, if you know what I mean. Like it was not giving, it was not living, it was not anything that I wanted to explore. So we decided since it was half off to go ahead and do another one. I also remember I had trouble with the pump on this one, that it was not all the way done. And I feel like when I finished this, I had to like take the like pump out and like try to pound it out to get it. And I might still have it sitting here. Yeah, I do still have it. Yeah, I'm not always good. So this is the light. It says light C. And so I thought, because I'm usually a light leaning towards medium, but this is now the fair C. And you can see that they are quite a bit, maybe you can see they're quite a bit different. Which it's weird to be in a fair, but I don't, it's by Jared Blendy, who did Too Faced, and those Too Faced foundations were always weird on me. Too Faced foundations, I don't know if they've done any improvements to them, but they think that everybody is like part banana because it doesn't matter what undertone you have. Those Too Faced foundations used to be so yellow, every single one of them. Like lemon, like if you were a light color, it was like lemony yellow, and then it just got yellow. As it got deeper, it just got more like weird yellow. It was just not good. So let's see here. Oh, Danessa. I'm not sure what that is in reference to. KK, Danessa, tell me more. I'm very excited. People are saying hello, hello. I'm trying not to miss anything. Dion, you didn't miss very much. We were just getting started, and I just kind of had talked about that I picked up the DD Signature and the Sugar and Spite from Blend Bunny are the only things that we've talked about so far. Yes, they are gorgeous. I thought there was a lipstick day. I thought so, and I missed it. It was really early, and I thought I had a couple days, and then I went back, and it was gone. And so I was like, well, I either imagined it or I missed it. Yeah, I'm gonna put, maybe I'll just irritate my skin more. I don't know why I'm so blotchy today, but it's bothering me. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this. Try to finish. I'm trying to finish up this Glow Recipe, the strawberry primer. And so sometimes if I put like a primer on, it'll at least like dull it down a little bit because I'm feeling really blotchy. And then sometimes I put a primer on and then I just turn like beet red. So clearly I don't know what I'm doing. This is almost, I think, well, I might have one more use out of that. Let's set that to the side. All right, let's see if that improves anything as we go. Not really, I'm still looking blotchy as fuck. Yeah, I have trouble with online foundation selection. I always do a terrible job. Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Yes, very excited that people are stopping by on a Friday night. I know it's a weird time. I just was like in the mood to jump on. Then we can talk about, I got a few things from somebody that may be in the chat. Perhaps a dear friend, Miss Dion, may have sent me some goodies today. And so I have a couple House Labs blushes. She sent me the two smaller ones. These are, I don't have any House Labs since they redid them and did them in the smaller packaging and did the smaller. I'm very excited because these are very different from the blushes I usually buy. I tend to go for very bright, very technicolor blushes. And we know with blush, I don't just wear one blush, I wear 6 blushes. So every once in a while, if I'm in the mood to do a more neutral look, having some of these more like kind of brownish, reddish, ruddy, kind of beautiful, neutrally kind of blushes. I don't do it often, but when I do, I love the way it turns out. Yeah, very excited to try these. And then somewhere in here, oh, they're in the bottom of the pile, of course. I put everything into this little bin. She sent me a couple of slightly lovely used that have now gone past their PAO. And so she knows that I am a feral animal and won't put anything on my face. But they are lovely, and I do love Notoriously Morbid. This is the Madame Violet. And here you can see that beautiful color story. And if you go to Dion's channel and look at, Dion, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the most recent video, like full-length video that you posted. It came out this morning, if I'm right, where you did a look where you were combining this one, Paint the Town Red, and Madame Violet. And it was a really beautiful look, and the lighting was really good. I've gotten ready in some hotel rooms that are caverns, and that hotel had actually really great lighting, so the look was really beautiful. So definitely go over to Dion's channel and check that out. And then we have the Paint the Town Red palette, and this one we had two little casualties. So this one right up here I was able to press back together. This one that was right here was kind of a slightly deeper, kind of a light red with maybe some gold kind of shimmer. And that one, she was having none of it. She was having none of it. She was like, I'm going on a journey. And she did not just like crack or break. She like exploded into stardust. And it was a sight to behold. It was beautiful. But the inside of the bubble wrap was Studio 54 on acid. It was a lot. But I have tons of little 26mm pan singles. So I was like, I'll find a red that'll go in here. It'll be beautiful. So yeah, so I love it. I love hand-me-down makeup, so I will definitely play around with these. And yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, so that was good. So that was fun. And then also this beautiful tarot deck. So I don't know if you the people who are watching this, how much you know about I'm very weird and I'm all over the place. I also have a little woo-woo side, and I have been reading tarot cards, reading them for over 30 years, been reading for clients for about 20 years. And so I have a big collection of tarot deck, and so she got of tarot decks, not just one, not a collection of one, tarot decks. And she got me the Queer Tarot, and it is based on the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So the art, if you're familiar with that, and if you're not really familiar, if that doesn't sound familiar, in most movies, if you see a tarot deck, it's usually the Rider-Waite-Smith. That's the most common. If it's not that, if they're trying to be more spooky, it'll be the Tarot de Marseille or whatever. But usually in a movie, if they're doing a tarot deck, it's usually the Rider-Waite-Smith. It's the imagery that most people are familiar with. And it uses that, but it makes it very queer and inclusive, and it's very beautiful. Here's a little preview of some of the artwork. If I could get, I can never figure out how to get my dumb face out of the way, but there you go. So there you can see, oh, no, wrong hand. Okay. Some of the artwork. And it's just a beautiful, like almost watercolor pencil kind of thing. Very beautiful. I love this so much. Thank you, Dion. I told her when we were chatting that this has some heft to it. And so when I got the box, I told her, I was like, were you sending me a brick for when the revolution comes? Because I was like, I'm just getting some makeup, but this is a hefty box. So absolutely loved that. Thank you very much. That was very sweet. Yeah, so loved that. Other goodies. These have been sitting around for a while, but I don't think I ever talked about them. I decided to order some lip products from Dolly Parton Beauty because we love Dolly. She is a national treasure and must be protected. Don't set things there. I started to sit on the laptop, and my laptop is sort of precariously balanced. But Dolly Parton Beauty. And so I got 3 lipsticks and 3 lip glosses. They were having some kind of sale. I don't remember what the sale was, but I was like, it was a buy 2, get the 3rd free or something like that, because that's, I think, how I ended up with 3 of each. And so here are the 3 glosses. So I got one that's more of like a kind of colored gloss, this sort of dusty pink. And then there were 2 of these more iridescent. This one has kind of more of a pinky purple. And then this one is a little bit more green, and they have these beautiful kind of rhinestone tops. Yes, she has a beauty line. It's not super expansive. And so I think it's just dollypartonbeauty.com or dollybeauty.com. And so there's a few things, and she's got some fragrance. She's got lip products. She's got maybe a mascara, not a ton of stuff. I don't think there's any eyeshadow, but I was like, it's mostly lip products, and it launched with the lip products. So I was like, we'll go ahead and start with those. And then I got 3 lipsticks, and these are also beautiful. But they are, and you can see it says Dolly, and there's a butterfly. How long will it take me to learn the directions with this camera when it's reversed? There we go. There you can see it. So Dolly and the butterfly. Now, this line is a little bit inconsistent. I ordered 3 lipsticks as well. And so they have the little like pop-out thing, but so that one, this is, oh Lord, now I gotta make it focus again. So you can see there's that little etched butterfly. And then it's got this little beautiful rhinestoned component. And so this one is lemonade, pink lemonade. And then we've got, of course, we had to get Jolene Red. So this is Jolene Red. Now, the thing with Jolene Red, I don't know why, but there's no butterfly. So like the other 2 have butterflies, this one does not have a butterfly. So that was a little bit strange. And then we have Soft Blush. Now, the thing with this one is that it just kind of shoots out. It doesn't have the little thing that catches it, or I don't know if something bent or something, but this is a beautiful pink. And then you can see that one has the butterfly. So one of them just didn't get the etched butterfly. One of them has a like mechanism that doesn't fully work. But Dolly Parton is a treasure. I'm not mad about it. These are beautiful, these little rhinestones. Hey, Nina, how's it going? So yeah, the Dolly Parton Beauty, I haven't really played with them yet. I'm waiting. I've got a whole bunch of Get Ratchet with me's that are planned. And so I was like, we're going to start sitting down and doing some looks. I also placed a little tiny order with Melt Cosmetics. I did get some of their Universal Monsters stuff on clearance. I got the 2 palettes and then the setting powder a little while ago. And then I got their Valentine's mystery boxes, but I haven't been buying as much from Melt. The Bailey Syrian collections, I wasn't really interested in either of them just because it was too kind of murky dark. And Melt Cosmetics, if there are any stands, I apologize in advance, but I have said this for years. If you go back to my Melt videos, I think that their eyeshadow palettes, for what you get and the quality that you get, I think they're beautiful. I think they do really interesting, lovely color stories. I think that their eyeshadow palettes are $10 too expensive. I think that like an 8 pan for $48 is ridiculous for the formula that you get. They're not doing what a lot of the indie brands are doing. They're not doing holochromes and duochromes and multichromes and all the like special, I hate that, but like all the special shades or whatever. They're good quality. Some of them are great quality, but like that 8 pan palette for $48, if it was $38, I'd feel a little better. And the same thing with the 10 pan. I'm like, if this was $48 instead of 58, I'd feel a little better. But I do also really like their lip products, and they recently did this pink collection. And so this is the shade Ghosted. This is that like shimmery pink that they showed off in a lot of the ads, and I've been playing with this a little bit. And then they did some liners, and so I got one of their liner pencils because I've gotten liner pencils in their mystery boxes and I liked them. And so this is the shade Flush. This was the pinkest. So I've got to get ratchet with me where I know I'm going to do pink lips. So I was like, well, I'll do this little lip combo and try that out. So that is the Melt cosmetic stuff that came in. I think earlier I talked about in a previous live, maybe. Yes, same here, Nina. When they're good, they're so good. Those Beetlejuice palettes that Melt did were so good. The Smoke Sessions palette, even Smoke Sessions 2, I thought was really, really good. But I just have not been inspired by them lately. Sorry, not sorry. So yeah, earlier we talked not earlier today, but like in a previous live, we talked about the Melt, not the Melt, the ColourPop Shrek palette. When I placed that order, I did also get one of their like highlighter sticks, and I decided to try, because they were cheap, because blotted lips are becoming a thing again. And I know that I sort of hate blotted lips and it never looks good on me because I overdraw my lips because my natural lips are so tiny. And so for drag makeup, I like blow my features up and I try to overdraw. And it's hard to do that with blotted because the point of blotted is to like put a like sheer kind of wash of color where you still see the natural lips underneath and all that. And it's got kind of soft edges. And I'm like, no, I need the full like chola lip, like lip liner, hard, like practically a Sharpie marker, and then some color because I overdraw and it's ridiculous. So but I was like, you know what? Some of my like little pictures are a quick thing for TikTok. Maybe we'll try some blotted lips and just see. Every once in a while, I've tried a blotted lip that's been kind of okay. I think when I did my Machina palette look, I did kind of I had a blotted lip that might be over here actually. Are you sitting over here as I'm talking about you, or did I declutter you? I might have decluttered you. No, it's right here. Because I found this. This was the Revlon Kiss Cloud blotted lip color, this orange one. So if you go and watch my Blend Bunny Machina palette video, I think that's where I did this, and I did this kind of blotted orange, and just kind of left the foundation around my lips and then did kind of a blotted color on it. And it actually, I thought it looked really cute. So never say never. Sometimes I just want something new. Sometimes I just want to try a new thing while I'm playing in makeup. So I was like, let's have some little ColourPop blotted lips. They're not super expensive. I don't remember. We talked about in a previous live the Nomad Cosmetics Salem City palette. I did order the bundle that had the lipsticks as well. So there is the purple one. These are very glittery kind of lipsticks. There is the gold one. That just the way they look in the tube is so beautiful, and they do have they have a lot of color. I was surprised for how much color because I heard people describe them as almost more like a balm kind of lipstick. And they are very glossy. They are kind of balmy, but they do have a fair amount of color. So there is the kind of berry toned one as well. Yeah, ColourPop is just, I don't know. Angelica Nyquist always says that they're in their flop era. That's her new thing, is saying that they're in their flop era. And I kind of agree. I'm sorry. But they kind of are. And so I'm like, every once in a while, I get an urge to try something from ColourPop, but it's not very often. We also have some liners from Glisten Cosmetics. So I had placed an order. I placed 2 orders with them before they cut off their US shipping. I ordered these and some other Spectra stuff that's kind of to the side over here for me. And I also got another set of their Pride liners. So I had a set before, but when I heard they were cutting off, and I knew that that was going to cost them some money, so I ordered a couple more. But I thought, this is my little 4-pack. And I wanted to complete my set. So the new one that I got in this last order is bisexual, because I had lesbian, gay male, bisexual, transgender. So I have LGBT in this little set, being clever. So bisexual was in this new order because I actually had a different one in here before. And then if you order 4 of them, you get this little storage box, and it's very cute. And it's Pride. And actually, this week in Grand Forks is Pride. Ours gets pushed off till September just to not compete with other ones in the area. And so this is the other set of Pride liners that I have. So we have gender fluid, non-binary, aromantic, and pansexual. So non-binary is the one that I had before. So non-binary is the one I had before. This one, and this one are the new ones. But I was like, I want a good mix of identities because it is kind of cute and it is kind of a little fun thing. And it is a charity thing. They are giving some of the proceeds to this Not a Phase organization. Oh, excuse me, my allergies are all over the place. If anybody knows what happened, I know that they had it was like the Stonewall Project or something, and then they got some flack for it, and I couldn't find anything. I did a quick Google search because they dropped that charity person very quickly and then added this Not a Phase and printed like new packaging with Not a Phase, but I think the components were already done. So like Not a Phase on here is a sticker. And so I don't know what happened. I don't know if anybody knows what that drama was all about. I stay away from drama channels, but I was like, oh, I'd just be interested to know like what was going on. So we have 2 more orders in here of very exciting things. So most of these are going to stay in the box because the first thing we're going to talk about is Vanngo. I did get my Sephora order today. And we went a little crazy. So Dion is super excited about Vanngo. She's been watching him for years. And can I tell you the way that I have been caught up in her excitement? I'm so excited that she's so excited. And I have started watching a little bit of his content now too. And so I'm excited that it's a celebrity makeup artist brand that's not boring. Not boring. That's what I love, because every time a celebrity makeup artist comes out with something, it's makeup by Mario. It's all nudes and neutrals and hardly any color and beige Becky bullshit, which I know is what most of what makeup artists do. A lot of makeup artists, that's all people come to them for, is they want the Kim Kardashian look. They want the like little bit of sparkle, maybe a smoky eye. Like they're not looking for big drag queen fun makeup. So to have a makeup artist come out with a more colorful collection, I love it. So I'm going to show you what I got, but Dion and I are going to be doing, we haven't scheduled it yet, but we'll figure it out. We're going to be doing a dual live. We're going to be doing I forget what they're like, a shared live on her channel where we do a full haul. She did a mini haul of the stuff she bought at Sephora, but now that she's got her order and she got the lipstick that I sent her and I've got my stuff and I got the palette that she sent me, which we'll see in a second. So I'm just going to show you what I got in the box. You'll get to see the sticker, but we're not taking anything out until that shared live. And then we'll do some swatches. Deanna's saying I should swatch on my face. I'll have to put a foundation down if I swatch on my face because I don't know what's going on with my skin. My skin is so irritated and it's just blotchy and unhappy. And so, and now I feel like it's gotten worse since I put that primer on. It's just not good. So maybe we'll put some foundation on it. But in my Sephora order, I got the Outstanding Orange palette. And then I got the Rebellious Reds and Pinks. And then Dion had sent me, she's so excited about this that she decided to gift Grace and I each a palette because she was like, you're going to try this. Even if you're not looking to buy it, we're going to make sure you try it, which I love. And I did end up buying a lot of stuff. And so, hello, Janet. How's it going? Yeah, so maybe I'll do like a partial face and we'll do like face swatches for when we do the live. But she sent me Generous Green and Yellow, which we love. So those 3 palettes, and then I ordered 3 blushes. I somehow managed to stay away from the like orangey blushes. I've been trying to get, I keep saying that I've like moved away from orangey peachy blushes back to pink blushes, but then I keep buying orange blushes. So I did pick up 3. One is kind of a corally orange. This Legacy shade is a bit of a corally like red orange. But then we got Full Circle and Single Mother, which are more kind of pink, beautiful kind of blushes. And so very excited for that. If I like them, so Hung Vanngo is definitely on my list. We're going to, if we like this and how the looks come out and everything, if I really am in it, when it gets to, I always do some Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all of that kind of stuff shopping. And so I'm looking at maybe that blue palette, maybe the purple palette, maybe the warms palette, or the neutral palette. Either, not both, certainly of the warms and the neutral, but one of those two. But then the two peachy orange blushes might also end up in my collection. There's one that I think is more of just like a dusty pink. And I wasn't as into that. I was much more into the vibrant kind of pinks that we have here. So those are the blushes that we have, but definitely Hung Vanngo maybe re-entering my collection in sort of a Christmas situation. And then I ended up with 6 lipsticks because I bought 3 from Sephora, and then I bought 3 from the Hung Vanngo website because when I went to order Dion's orange lipstick, because that one is only available on the Hung Vanngo site, then I was like, ooh, that color's pretty, that color's pretty, that color's pretty. So let me see if I can remember which are which. Not that it really matters, but I know a couple of them. I think Big Break. So the ones that I picked out first, I think from Sephora were Vanngo Red, first cover, and award winner. So there you can see, I tried to stick with pink. Actually, it might be Big Break. Award winner might have been from the site because I was doing the pink blushes and I was like, when we do the look, because we're also going to do a shared live where we do a look. And so I was like, maybe I'll do the green palette mixed with the red and pink palette, and then I'll do pink blush and pink lipstick. And so I thought in case I wanted to, I wanted a couple of pink options. So I got first cover, Big Break, but then that Vanngo Red is such a beautiful blood orange. It's sort of red, it's sort of orange. It's just gorgeous. So I was like, let's go ahead and get that. It's the signature color for the brand. So, and then when I went to the website, we also decided to add award winner, which is kind of a plummy red, very beautiful. And then Call My Agent, which is a little bit more neutral, but it just had a fun pinky kind of tone along with being neutral. So I thought that was good. And then I am so sorry. So I actually know somebody who, so this is somebody that I went to grad school with. His girlfriend, now wife, her name is spelled K-E and it's K, but I don't, and I watched his video and I don't remember how he pronounced it because I don't know that his wife K is the same, from the same country as Hung Vanngo. So this might have a different pronunciation, but the person that I know with that name is Ke. So I think this is Ke Shuyen. I apologize if that is incorrect, but that is, and I know in Chinese, like an X is usually like a sh sound, depending on the other letters, but Ke Shuyen, I think is how he pronounced it in the video. I don't remember. I tried my best. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so those are the 6 lipsticks. This is going to be fun. Hey, Tanya, how's it going? I'm so glad that so many people are stopping by. I'm so random. I know at some point I want to start doing regular lives and I'm going to start trying to schedule them so that people know in advance and it's not just random. Because I know notifications are weird because for a while it stopped notifying me about Dion's lives. Now I get a notification, but I get it 30 minutes before. And so the notification will come at 6:30 Central and it'll say, Miss Dion is live. And then if I click into it, it says, she goes live at 7 o'clock. But the title just says Miss Dion is live, but it comes a half hour before the live starts. It's so YouTube. Get it together. Get it together. So very excited for some Hung Vanngo and definitely going to be lots of content. Like I said, Dion and I are going to be doing a haul where we take stuff out and swatch it and play around. We're going to be doing a dual haul or a dual live on her channel. Oh, doing a look, and we're also going to do a dual live on my channel doing a look. I was like, there should be something else, but I remembered that the fourth thing that I had in my brain was the live that already happened. So if you go on Dion's channel and look in the lives, she did do a haul of her initial purchase. We're going to do a dual live of our haul of the new stuff. And then we're going to each do a dual live on our channels doing a look. So we'll do a look on her channel and a look on my channel. And at some point, I'm going to do a filmed video with this doing a look as well. So I was like, so that's why I was like, if I buy 2 of the palettes, that'll give me lots of different, options. So for looks and things. So very excited to play around with this stuff. And again, if I like it, we may, as I'm knocking stuff over. Dolly hit the floor. I have to, I really have to organize. So the last thing is probably the most exciting for me. I am super excited. I already made a thumbnail for this. I was working on some thumbnails while I had a spot during work where like I was waiting for something to process. So I had to just like busy myself with other stuff. So I made a thumbnail because I got the new Gourmande Girls Trapped collection. I love Gourmande Girls. I love horror stuff. I love all their spooky palettes. And this, I mean, obviously made for me. It's green with purple and a little bit of pink, which is one of my favorite, like pairings of colors. I love purples with green, purple and pink with green. I love it. This palette, I am so excited. And we got the palettes. We also got 2 highlighters. I got a PR box that had the palette and 1 of the highlighters and then 2 of the lip products. And then I bought some single things as well. And so, oops. So these are the 2. This one is, can I also say, I understand, I just struggled with the name of that lipstick. And it's all kinds of things, but if I hear one more person on a review video of this collection say Trapula, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. It is so clearly Trapula, like Dracula, but they keep, excuse me, pretty girl, they keep calling it Trapula, and I'm like, I'm going to lose my mind. It's kind of like when people used to say, so like the brand Tarte is spelled Tarte. Everybody knows that it's Tarte. Everybody says Tarte. But then when those little palettes would come out and they were the Tartist Pro, Tartist, but people keep saying Tartiest, and I'm like, do you call the brand Tarty? Because if you're not saying Tarty, then why are you saying Tartyist? It's clearly a play on Tartist. I think Tanya may be watching from the beginning. So I think, because she just said something about they just shattered. And so I think that maybe she's watching from the beginning. Oh yeah, because she just answered Janet in the chat. But I think she may be earlier in the video, because I think she just saw the notoriously morbid ones that were broken. We'll see you in the future, Tanya. But Trapula, and this is going to be blown out. Oh, that's beautiful. That's going to be the purpley green one. And then this is the gold peachy one. This is Famished. These just look white on screen. Trust me, when we do the look, we'll make sure that they show up. But they have kind of that whitish base in the pan, and then they're more sheer when you put them on. And then we have some lip products. Oh, there is one other thing in here. Before we get to the lip products, I did also, in my Sephora order where I got my hung Vanngo, I did get the little Danessa Myricks. I've been waiting on this for a while, and I did get the little pastel, because I have the bigger Freedom palette, and you can like swap these out and rearrange the shades. And so I was like, well, I'll get this one, because you can also take it out of the big palette and stack it up like this. So I could have like a stack of the whole thing if I wanted. I've been waiting on this, and I was like, well, since I'm placing a big order anyway, let's go ahead and order some Danessa Myricks. And then, so now the last of the Trap collection, I also have, I have 8 lip products. 2 of them came in the PR box, and 6 of them were just my choice. So I picked the PR box that had the 2 green ones, greenish theme. So Poe, which is the green gloss. It's like a black with green and purple sparkle. And then it had the chlorophyll liquid lipstick, because I thought this pairing, when I do the look in a video, obviously I'm going to go full green Plant Monster beauty sort of thing. And so I was like, I got the PR box that had these two, but there were so many beautiful, beautiful lip colors. In that same vein, I also had to get Poe. No, this is Nevermore. Nevermore is the like blackened gloss that's got other colors to it. I think it's got, it looks kind of purple, gold, maybe some red. I don't know how well this will show up. My lights for these lives are not great. Very thick. I don't know. Gourmande Girls might have had lip products before, but I know that I've never had a lip product from Gourmande Girls. But there is, you can see it's got a little bit of base color. It's kind of sheer. Yeah, it's kind of blowing it out. I figured that would maybe be the case. So we'll save any swatches or anything for the video, but we have a few more colors. There's one more wipe in here. Let me grab that out. And then we got some more. I loved this collection, and so many of these colors were so beautiful that I was like, let's go for it. So these are the other 5. Well, I'll show them a little bit at a time. So there's the kind of more reddish, nudie kind of. Yes. Oh, Tanya. Let's see. Any brown girl friendly lippies in her line? I know you're not going to see this till way later in the video, because I think it seems like you're watching from the beginning. Dolly Parton, they seem to have good pigment. I think Jolene Red is beautiful. A good solid red. I know it's not everybody's style, it's not everybody's taste, but like a true, like, and sometimes the undertone you just have to switch a little bit based on your undertone, but like a red, classic red lipstick, I think looks beautiful on any skin tone. And I think that, where did I put Jolene Red? That's soft blush. I think Pink Lemonade could work on deeper skin tones as well. I mean, I'm not the expert, but I think that it would, because they seem, the videos that I've seen of these, but like this beautiful red, I think would look beautiful on anybody. Oh. Yes, it's very similar to Unearthly, their mystery boxes. I would agree, Nina. So then we also have these two, which are more sparkly glosses. So there's a pink and kind of a peachy color. I am just super excited to play with this because I mean, I love greens. These colors are all super, super, super beautiful. And so I was super excited. Oh, this is my little dollar store bin that I had everything put into. So yeah, so that's my haul. That's what came up. Very excited. And very excited. So like I said, Dion will figure out a time, and Dion will get it scheduled, and we will do a haul of our Hung Vanngo. Very excited. Very excited. This is crazy. But very excited. It's very exciting, this launch. I'm so excited to play around with this, because this looks like what I want from a makeup artist brand, because I think there's so many that they come out and it's like the Barely There, all that kind of stuff, and just finally something for us color lovers. And there's plenty of neutrals in it. That's the thing, is if you are a neutral lover, if you like neutral shades and like warm browns and like orangey, peachy, more muted, more neutral kind of colors, there's also plenty of stuff in the brand for you as well. That's what I mean. This launch, I would say, is on par with, do you remember when Fenty launched? Do you remember when Fenty launched and they were like, oh, we're fresh out of the box, we're brand new, here's 40 foundation shades. And people lost their mind, and they certainly weren't the first brand to have that expansive, that inclusive of foundation range. But certainly for a new brand, I mean, we know it's Kendo and they're kind of an incubator or whatever, but like still, especially for a celebrity brand to, yes, I love Friday the 13th. I'm a big fan. For them to just really come out the gate with that many foundations, this to me feels a lot like that that Fenty launch. A dark, oh, that he didn't put a, people always got to complain about something. That's so ridiculous to complain that he didn't put a dark brown in the colorful palettes. The colorful palettes are only 8 shades, and there's a selection of them. So of course, like, if you're gonna do blue, do blue. Like, if you're gonna come out the gate with this many palettes at one time, you're not gonna make sure that there's a brown blending shade. Get out of here, Becky. Those people who make that complaint, they're all Becky. They're all basic Becky, and they need to go. They need to go. Because we don't need a brown in everything. I have so many brown eyeshadows. I know there are some people, and I know that whatever your preference is, whatever your plan is, whatever, I get it. Some people act like they are like locked to one palette. And I was like, I have a small regional branch of Sephora in my office right now. If I want a brown shadow, I've got a brown shadow. If I want to like build it out with a shadow that's not in that palette, I'll be fine. I don't need a matte black and a matte white in every palette because I've got the blends palette always near to hand. It's somewhere nearby. So like, I don't need all those things. You can use more than one palette at a time. Now, as I've gotten more into content creation, and we know we're always like feeding the beast, right? Like, we're always having to like worry about that kind of stuff. So it's easier when you're trying to like tag brands and get reshared and all that kind of stuff to do a look with just one palette. So I understand that, but I'm still just like, if I need to use a little bit of like a brown to blend out an edge, if I need a little bit of matte white or matte black, I'll still just tag the main palette. And then if I just use that one little thing, I usually won't mention it, or sometimes I'll just be like additional shades from the blends palette, because I'm almost always blending with the blends palette. I'm such a fan of the Blend 20 blends palette that's my go-to. If I need something in a look that is missing, I will bring in blends. Because I think that's one of the best, like, especially like a best starter palette. And for drag, I think it's a fantastic starter palette. I've gone on and on about that in my Drag 101 video, but yeah, so that's what's going on. I am super excited. But yeah, I think that this launch, to have this selection, 6 blushes, and I think was there 6 bronzers, all those eye pencils and lip pencils, like 2 different styles of liners, like eyeliners and a lip liner, 8 palettes, all like 18 lipsticks, like this. And to have that breadth of color and that breadth of representation of different makeup styles in an introductory launch, I think is phenomenal. I think that this is on par with the Fenty launch in terms of like, people should sit up and pay attention. I think that it's really, and I know that everybody's burned out, and I hope that maybe some excitement about these products from the Vanngo line will help like bring some of that back, because I know the indies have been like doing their own thing for a while, and they've been like keeping it fresh and keeping it exciting. But especially for the people who like watch Sephora and the people who are less into the indie community, I hope that this like reignites their passion for makeup and playing and all that kind of stuff, because I'm ready for it. I'm ready. So that is the haul. I don't know that I have anything else to really talk about. A little bit of my Mountain Dew Zero. This is the Baja Blast Tropical Lime. I'm a fan. Yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm trying to think if I have anything that's sitting near me that I haven't planned anything, but I definitely need to do something. This is the Wilma Finger Dew. And I just have been can I tell you? Work has been bananas. It has been absolutely wild, wild west. We had a team member who went on like an unexpected long-term leave, and it was just in the middle of like a bunch of big projects and things. Things are finally starting to settle down, which I'm excited, because I want to make sure that I have also some personal time to make sure that I can work on content, because Halloween is coming. And I was like, this year we're going to plan Halloween in September so that we have time to get it done and time to get things filmed. And so I was like, I've got stuff planned. I want to do a creepy clown. I got the Wilma Finger Dew. I am so excited to try this. I had never tried Beauty Moon Cosmetics before, And we always love to support a fellow performer. We love supporting the girls. And oh, these are just really, really light. I was like, why are they blown out so bad? And I'm like, well, because this shade is literally white. So calm down. But so this is the Wilma Finger Dew. Very fun. So we're going to do a look with this for Halloween looks. I mean, I'm certainly going to do kind of a plant, poison ivy, you know, Little Shop of Horrors kind of look that'll probably come out in October. I want to do a creepy clown doll because I've wanted to do a creepy clown look for a while. And then I've got that Pat McGrath, the glass skin that's supposed to create that that porcelain look that she did for, was it Maison Margiela? Was that the fashion show where she did the glass porcelain skin? So I have that mask. So I was like, I want to do a creepy clown doll. Tanya, are you caught up with us with Halloween? So it's going to be very like the clown is going to be very like it inspired, but I'm going to play around with creating kind of just a fun clowny kind of look and do a creepy clown and then do that mask to see if it really does work. And then I had another one. Oh, I want to do, because I've got those. Hello, Kayla. Nice to see you again. Because I have all that colorful foundation, I want to do a green faced sort of Elphaba look because also in addition to Halloween, Wicked is coming out in November. So if I don't get that one filmed right away, I was like, well, if that slides into November, we'll just pretend it's a Wicked homage. Because I know that sometimes my life gets out of control. So I'll do a second green look where we actually do a green foundation and do that kind of stuff. I did pick up some other things in my glisten order, the liners. I realized that they're sitting over here. They had these, they clearanced out these right away. These are some of their new colors of their Spectra paints. They said there was something where it wasn't as vibrant as they wanted them to be, but they were like clearance for like $5. So I was like, well, since I'm ordering, there's like a lilac and like a teal. There's a beigey peach. There's this kind of magenta. And then there's this kind of limey chartreuse green. So I got those. And then I got some of their Spectra powders. These, when I did, if you've seen the preview, the gallery should be done soon. I'm so excited for you to see them. But that Ms. Pac-Man look that I did, I used the Spectra powder in yellow with that foundation, and it's beautiful. So I ordered a couple more colors. I ordered the black powder. I ordered the red powder. I ordered the dark blue powder. Because they also have, I have the like cyan blue, but this is the darker blue to match their foundations. And then I ordered the white because I have so many shades of these Spectra. And then I did purchase, now let's say, as we're getting into this, let's be very clear. I picked up the black Spectra base. Now, blackface is not okay. It's never okay. But I did have an idea for a look that would use this just around the perimeter of my face. Because I saw somebody do a look where I think it was supposed to be kind of like a nighttime sky look. And they did like a light blue into a dark blue, into a purple, into maybe like a dark pink, and then just black around the edges. And it was this gradient. And it was so pretty. And I was like, I want to try that. So I need to go, and I know I saved the picture somewhere on my phone. And so I was like, well, Glisten, I'm placing an order. They have a black foundation. And I was like, I think that's appropriate. I think if you're just using it as like part of an art look to kind of as like around the hairline, around the edge of the face, just so that it's this very like, oh, I wish I could describe it better because the way it looked, it was so cool where it was just like a point of light. I think they might have even done like maybe a white dot on the nose and then light, dark, deep, like getting deeper and deeper until it went to black. And it looked, and they might have even painted little like stars onto their face after they did the gradient. But the gradient was so beautiful that I was like, I have to try because I also, I have a lot of colorful foundations. I have realized that I need to start doing more colorful foundation looks. because I have a lot of colorful foundations. Let's see if I can even get over here. I've got stuff that's like in the way of these drawers. I've got so much Made by Mitchell. I need to do that brand review because then Made by Mitchell, I've been using so much Made by Mitchell that it might have to go in a box. I might have to not look at it for a little while so that I can look at other things, because I feel like I've been trying to do this brand review. And so I'll so often be like, oh, I should try a Made by Mitchell thing. And then I'll grab that. And it's like, I need to grab other things. I need to get out of this Made by Mitchell trap that I've put myself into. Yeah, so let me see if I can get, because so there are like 3 companies that are doing these colorful foundations. Indie Beats, I don't know what's happened with them. I know that she was trying to sell, and so I don't know if she's still clearancing things out. I don't know if she found a buyer. I don't know if she's just shut down the brand. So I don't know what's going on with Indie Beat, which is sad because when I did the test of the yellow foundations, I actually liked Indie Beat a little bit better than I liked Sunset Makeup. Sunset Makeup is the other one, and now Spectra from Glisten are the 3 like colorful foundation. And I went a little crazy and I bought a lot of Spectra paint and all these other things. And so I have all right. So I have 3 shades of blue, because that was the one thing, is a lot of it is like, I was like, well, I don't need the same color over and over again. But then each of the 3 brands did a very different take on blue. So Sunset Makeup did this kind of cyan blue. Indie Beat had this more like true like crayon blue. And then Glisten, they have a lighter blue like this, but then they also had this more navy blue. And so I think I'm going to end up looking like Violet Beauregard from Willy Wonka, where I'm going to turn into a blueberry. But I was like, I want to try something where I do a full face where I mix these 3. So like this would be kind of the main foundation. I would use this for contour, and I would use this for highlighter, concealer. And so I was very excited to play with those. We've got Sunset also did like a metallic blue, so we might mix in some metallic blue. Y'all, I have so much colorful foundation. And the most watched video on my channel is the yellow foundation smackdown between Indie Beat and Sunset Makeup. So I was like, I clearly need to do more colorful foundation because it's bringing people in. They want to see it. So hopefully they'll still want to see it. It's been a little while, so hopefully it'll still. But I was like, especially since Glisten had launched this new set, and and now there's been powders, there's been some concealers. Yeah, the Marge Simpson, where I turned myself into a Simpsons character, was super popular. That's the only one of my videos so far to go over 1,000 views. I think there's a Golden Girl and the Guardians of the Gemstones video that's close, that might at some point go over 1,000, but so far Yellow Foundation is she's the girl, she's the moment. People want colorful foundation. So I was like, you know what? Let's keep doing it. And if they're going to keep putting out supporting products like concealers and powders, there's some pressed powders. Sunset Makeup also did some loose powders. So I also have a couple, like this is one of their loose powders in red. So I probably went a little bit crazy because I have a loose setting powder in red, but then I also bought the Glisten pressed powder in red. So we've got a lot of red powder. It's going to have to be Halloween all year round because I want to do like a devil look with red foundation because Trixie Mattel a few years ago on her channel did a red look. I think she was doing a Maybelline or a Wet n Wild sponsorship, and did kind of a red devil look that was kind of fun. And I've got pink that I can mix to kind of lighten it and give some dimension. So very excited to play with some colorful foundations. I think my collection has to be done now. I think that I can't buy any more colorful foundation products until I start using them. So yeah, so very excited. Very, very excited. That could be a video. Maybe at some point I'll do a video where I show off all of the like colorful foundation products that I have. Because I sometimes I just go into a fugue state and I wake up and I've placed like 3 makeup orders. So we like to shop our feelings. We like to, if we have some feelings, and we've had some feelings this year. We have had some feelings. Woof. So I'm going to get going. I don't have to keep you here any longer. I appreciate you all stopping by on a Friday night. Thank you for spending your Friday night with me. Thank you for watching this haul. Be on the lookout. I know, oh no, not Halloween all year round. I love it. But yeah, so thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on the way out. Or if you are like, you are a monster, why do you keep doing all this shopping? What is this about? Go ahead and give me that thumbs down. It's all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch, and neither am I. While you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified, hopefully, of all future uploads if YouTube gets its shit together. I try really hard to upload at least one video a week. We know that has not been happening, but we're working. We're working towards getting back to that. And sometimes, especially in October, even if I have to take vacation, I'm going to try to make sure that every once in a while you'll get a bonus video. Ooh, Halloween-tastic. And if you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below, including a link to my website. Just imagine that it pops up here, The World of Champagne at janessaj.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you, and so excited. Make sure I haven't missed. Everybody's just saying goodbye. Everybody's saying yes to Halloween all year round. Love that. Yes, you're welcome. Absolutely. Good night, everybody. I love and appreciate all of you, and until I see you again, bye. All right, we do the ending and then I never know how to turn this off. So we're getting there. Okay. Okay, bye.